It is time now for Truth or Fake, our daily fact-checking segment. I'm joined by James Creedon.
Hi
there,
Tom.
James. Now, you've been looking at one concrete example of where chemtrails are proven to be false. Tell us, what is a chemtrail to begin with?
All right. Well, if you look into Google Images, you see pictures of them everywhere. Let's take a look at this collection of lovely photos of chemtrails. Can we see those images? I'm not sure if we can. That's... Okay, so in any case, I'm not sure, we're having a little bit of connectivity problems, but chemtrails, look, just to explain it, contrails, it's the vapour that comes out of the back of an aeroplane, contrail, and for years now there's been this theory that it's not just vapour, it's chemicals, hence the word chemtrails, right? So this theory, there we go, now you can see the pictures that we see. It's what you see in the sky when an aeroplane has gone by, but people will say, all right, contrails disappear quicker, these chemtrails are far too regular, they last too long, you have straight lines like this, what's going on here? Is this how air traffic normally flows, right? So that's the birth of the conspiracy theory, if you like, that something is suspicious is going on above our heads. Now, there have been lots of studies into this, but first of all, let me show you examples of where it's just bonkers, some of the stuff going around online. This is Angela Merkel and various others standing along with all of these, standing alongside all of these canisters in what this particular internet user, according to AFP's fact-checking service, this a year ago now said was clear proof of chemtrails, and that our masters, if you like, are aware of this, and we're being sprayed, we're being poisoned, right? In fact, these are water canisters used to balance out an aeroplane during test flights, right? So that's just one example of where the theories that are flying around are completely disconnected from reality. This, because it's also presumed the pilots are complicit in this, and the pilots are hitting the button, releasing the chemtrails, poisoning us all. One airline pilot in 2015 put this up online. You can see here, chemtrails, right? So that was photoshopped. He asked his friend to do that. And what happened was, in fact, the original image was this APU, which I believe means, if I can find the actual reference, I can't.
Autopilot? I don't know. I'm just guessing.
I've lost it. Anyway, trust me, it's just some air propulsion unit or something like that. That's it, actually. So it was just a gag. He shared it on Facebook, and then it went viral. Some of his friends believed it. They were like, oh, clearly, this is proof that the pilots are spraying us with chemtrails. Anyway, this is one study by the New Scientist. They going back to 2016, I believe. Now, they're relaying a study rather by the University of California at Irvine and also the Carnegie Institute. They surveyed hundreds of experts in contrails. 77 scientists replied back. 76 of them said there's no evidence at all of a secret large-scale atmospheric program, SLAP, S-L-A-P. One dissented and said, look, there are very high levels of barium in the soil in these areas where there's very few flights. This is weird, but basically he didn't in any way confirm that the theory is real. He just had some doubts, right? One of the 77 scientists who replied. So look, that's by way of scientific, like, where did the scientists stand on it? Anyway, we have a concrete example that was proven by our observers team to be false in the last couple of days. Let's take a look at this with Catherine Bennett.
A pilot accidentally releases a chemtrail while he's still in the airport. Hello to everyone who still thinks that chemtrails are just trails of condensation.
This person posted this video on Facebook in September, saying that it shows a chemtrail streaming out of the back of a plane that's still by the airport gate. The video was seen thousands of times on Facebook, Twitter, and on the Russian social media platform VK. So what are chemtrails? Well, you know the white trails that planes leave behind them in the sky. The chemtrail conspiracy theory says that those white trails are made up of toxic chemicals. And governments are putting these chemicals into the atmosphere to change the weather and even to control the population. Now let's go back to the video. If you look at the tail of the plane, you can see the red logo of Japan Airlines. On another, better quality version of the video, we can also see the aircraft's registration number, JA8985. That can tell us where the plane's from and even the flights it's done. But when and where was this video filmed? With a reverse image search, we found the video on this Japanese YouTube channel, so we know it was filmed in 2016 or before. We also know that this particular aircraft stopped at Tokyo Haneda International Airport in 2016, according to the plane's flight log, which you can find online. And if we look at photos of the airport on Google, we find this photo, taken from inside the terminal, which shows exactly the same view. So we know where the video was filmed and that it dates back to at least 2016. But what's the deal with all the smoke? We spoke to Bertrand Villemin, the CEO of the French National Council of Legal Experts in Aeronautics and Space, to ask him what's happening in the video.
Pour moi, cette vidéo montre ce qui s'échappe d'une tuyère de l'APU, c'est l'Auxiliary Power Unit, qui est une petite turbine qui est à l'arrière de l'appareil. Et ces échappements de fumée sont soit dus à une injection d'huile qui a eu lieu dans le moteur par mégarde, soit à un traitement qui est fait lors de l'entretien de l'appareil.
Japan Airlines told us that there was no incident reported at the time. And they also told fact-checkers at the Belgian media, DPA, that it was possible that there had been a minor technical fault in the turbine engine. So the video doesn't show a chemtrail, but the fairly common sight of smoke coming out of the exhaust of the APU in a Japanese aeroplane.
All right, so that's just one example, Tom, of the many pieces of false information that are floating around in that cloud of chemtrail theories and conspiracy theories online. It's huge. It's one of the biggest conspiracy theories that's floating around the web. Yeah.
Okay, wasn't aware of it. Thank you very much indeed for today's edition of Truth or Fake. James Creedon, thank you so much. Up next is Focus. Today we're in the Democratic Republic of Congo.